Hey gang, Matt the Helpful Home Inspector here, back again with another episode of our series about the sellers surviving the home inspection. I did put out this guide to help you survive the home inspection. If you have not already received one, put your email address in the comments down below and we'll send you a digital copy of it. If you would like a snail mail version of it, a hard copy of it, we're happy to send that out to you as well. Just send us an email at thehelpfulhomeinspector@gmail.com. Again, thehelpfulhomeinspector@gmail.com, and we'll send you out a snail mail version just in that email. When you email us, make sure you put your home address, and we'll send this out to you at no charge to you. In today's episode, we're going to be talking a little bit about some of the auxiliary testing that takes place as a part of a home inspection, or the inspection contingencies that may be in your offer to purchase. All right, so let's get into that a little bit. Now, when it comes to testing at the home, the majority of the time when we're talking about a home inspection, the home inspector is just going to be doing that, inspecting. They're going to be looking, they're going to be taking temperature measurements, they're going to be measuring for moisture and things like that. They're not going to be doing any testing that would require sampling. The testing that would require sampling that lots of times will occur during the home inspection or during the contingency process would be radon testing, might be mold testing, might be well and septic testing, might be water testing, it might be asbestos testing. Okay, those are all things that might come up during this whole process. All right, the most common one being radon testing. Radon testing is something that happens in a lot of real estate transactions. Radon is the #1 leading cause of lung cancer in non-smokers, according to the EPA and the Surgeon General. And this is not just a problem in the United States; it's a worldwide issue. Now, as far as radon testing goes, usually what's going to happen is the home inspector or the radon testing company is going to come and set up a test ahead of time, and then they're going to pick it up at the inspection, or they're going to be setting it up at the inspection and pick it up afterwards. Now, your radon contingency in your offer to purchase, it does have a different time window than the home inspection. Usually it's a little bit longer because there is need for getting results from a test. Okay, and in the event that the person that's doing the testing is not using digital equipment, which these days everybody should be using digital equipment, there would be a certain level of time that would be necessary to ship things out, get results back, and generate a report of some kind. When it comes to radon testing, you're basically going to have a device in your basement. You need to follow the EPA protocols as far as testing goes, which means you need to keep your windows and doors closed. You need to keep dehumidifiers off in the area and stuff like that. The person who set up the test will probably set that test up quite a ways away from your sump pump. It doesn't mean you can't operate your furnace or you can't operate your air conditioner. You absolutely can. Okay, operate your home as you would normally live in it, but don't do anything to cause any adverse ventilation in your home. Adverse ventilation in your attempt to try to get the radon gas out of your house may actually be drawing extra gas into your house and make your results spike, which is not what you want to do. But also, the tested equipment is going to pick up if there's pressure changes in your home, and that would basically mean that you would have to retest. So want to try to avoid messing with that test at all. Just follow all the directions. Usually when the test is going to get done, they're going to leave you a little bit of information about radon testing and kind of directions on how the test is to be completed. All right, those results will come back, and they will usually be integrated into the inspection report. Sometimes they'll be kept separate, but ultimately you're looking for a radon level in the home that is deemed safe by the EPA, which is a number less than 4.0. At 4.0 and above, you're generally going to need to install a mitigation system, which will make the house very, very safe. But radon testing is by far the most common thing that gets done as a part of the real estate transaction. In the event that the home inspector found mold, they may recommend a mold inspection, okay, or something that looks like mold or appears to be mold. All right, a mold inspection would be warranted. If there seems to be water issues, they may recommend a water test. Okay, so if your water is discolored, has a lot of sulfur smell in it or something like that, there may be a suggestion for a water test to be done. All right, as a part of the real estate transaction in general, if you have a well and septic system, a well and septic inspection is usually going to be part of that transaction as well, and that's usually going to be the seller's responsibility. Usually it's done like 30 days before closing and stuff like that, but that's going to be a separate thing. That is not going to be something the home inspector does or initiates at all. That a well and septic inspection is any home that has a well and septic system is generally going to have that as a requirement in their offer to purchase. All right, yeah, knowing that there's going to be some auxiliary tests that may need to take place at the home is important, and being open to those tests. We're looking to just fairly identify the condition of the property and making sure that the buyers know what they're looking at purchasing. All right, but thanks again for tuning in today, you guys. And remember, if you haven't gotten the flyer, leave your email address in the comments down below. And remember, the better you take care of your house, the better it's going to take care of you. We'll see you next time.